do you need a girlfriend right now? Like, do you actually need a partner right now? Like, these are the questions I asked myself when I was about 16 years old. And now I'm age 24 and I still ask myself this question every single time. And I'm sure you probably do as well. Like, looking back 4 years ago, 2020, when I was 20 years old, I met this girl in the basketball court. We had an instant click. It was great. It was amazing. She was such a great person. And we hung out for the next couple months. And I remember the night I asked her to be my girlfriend. Our friends were on Zoom and I popped out the question. My heart was like pacing. And then she said yes. And back then was the best day of my entire life. It was such an amazing time. It was such an amazing day. And I was happy that, shit, I actually have a girlfriend. Like, this is amazing. But during the whole two years we were together, it uncovered a lot of issues that I had buried, underlying issues that I still needed to work on. And also we had like different views on how we see things and how we wanted to do things. So we had to break up, and obviously when we broke up 2 years ago, it was probably the worst time I've ever faced in my entire life. Breaking up is hard. I'm sure you can probably relate. Every girl knows that going through a breakup is probably one of the worst things you probably have to go through in your entire life. Like, and it doesn't just go away just like that. Even sometimes it takes about months or even years for you to actually heal from that relationship. But it had to be done. It had to be done for the betterment of our future. And now I'm sure like she's in a great place and I'm also in a great place as well. And that's the thing that led me to asking myself this question, like, do I actually need a girlfriend right now? And as sad as it sounds, I had the same question when I was dating this person. Like, do I actually need a partner right now? Because I think for us, most guys, we have this tendency to want to provide, this tendency to want to cater for people. When you're not dating someone, it feels like you're doing something wrong. It feels like, damn, I have this urge to take care of someone, but I can't really take care of that person. Every single guy can relate to this. And I'm sure maybe some girls can relate to this as well. When I broke up with this person, I didn't know what my future was going to look like. I didn't know what my next step was going to look like. I didn't know what I was going to do the next day, but I just took things step by step. This was a point where I started focusing more on my fitness. I started focusing more on what I truly wanted to do. I started digging deep and trying to understand myself a lot more. And I feel like that's what, every single person should try to do more of in life before going into a relationship. Like, you really have to know who you are and what you stand for. During the phase after we broke up, like, I really dug deep. I really went into myself to try to understand like who I really am. Like, what do I stand for? What do I believe? What do I want in the future? What do I want for my life? And I realized that I had a huge passion for making content, for creating videos, for telling stories, for helping people. And that's what I've been doing ever since. Just creating, making, editing, just making things out of nothing. And I realized that is my passion and that is my calling and that is what I want to do. And I'm sure that she's probably found what she wants to do as well in her life. And the question is, what do you want to do in your life? What do you want your life to be like? We are all writing a book. We're all writing a book. What do you want your book to look like at the end of the day? What do you want the chapters in your book to look like? What stories do you want to tell? Like, you have to go out there, you have to figure out who you are first. Like, you have to be happy with who you are first. You have to know who you are. Go to the gym. Like, if you're a man, go to the gym. Carve that sculpture-esque type body. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out there and if you want to start a business, go start a business. Like, go to school, get a degree. Like, you have to understand who you are and what you stand for. Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? Do you like pineapple on pizza? Do you like, eggs and bacon? Like it's so simple, and it's so funny how simple these things sounds. But back then I had no clue what this thing was. So you always have to ask yourself these questions. Who am I? What do I stand for? What do I want to do in the future? And once you get all those things sorted out, then maybe you can start thinking about, okay, I want to be with this person. I want to be with that person next. You know what I'm saying? And every single person's life and story is individual. It is pertaining to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are the ones who know what works best or what works best for them. Right now, I'm in a stage in life where, I am trying to build something. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to build a platform. I'm trying to build an arena where I can create stories. I can showcase other stories. I can explore. And that's what I'm doing with my YouTube channel, with my Instagram and my TikTok pages, every single thing. Like, I had to call my aunt today, and I haven't spoken to her in such a long time. And she told me that she sees my TikTok videos and it just lights up her day. And it's like that's all I've always wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't really know who you are or what you stand for, or if you're not really happy with who you are, like, you have no business dating or being in a relationship. Like, I'm 100% serious. Like, you have no business doing that. Like, it's not really about if you have the money to be in a relationship, even though that's important. It's not really about if you have the cars or if you have the means to be in a relationship. All those things are important, right? But bruv, if you don't understand yourself, you should not be in a relationship. Like, go out there and explore, man. Like, go run a marathon. Like, I ran a marathon a few weeks ago and I went through hell, the dungeons. I met Satan. But I went through hell, but I understood myself because I found out that whenever the going gets tough, I have a tendency and the ability to push and to go forward. I read the Bible more. I read books. I go to church. Like, I fully understand who I am, and I'm fully happy with who I am as well. And you need to try to get to that state too before you can start thinking about dating any person. Because when you're not in that state, but you're trying to figure out that state when you're seeing someone, that's when shit goes down south. And that's what I was in. That was the predicament that I was in. I was seeing someone, I was trying to figure out myself when I was with this person. And yes, you could do that, but it just makes stuff harder. It just makes things worse. Like, try to figure out a good chunk of who you are before you start, or you want to start seeing people. Because when you start doing that, it just makes things better. It just makes fights easier to fight. It just makes arguments easier to argue. Because if you understand yourself that you're someone that when you get mad, you need to take a breather, or you need to get that space, then you already know that. And you can easily tell your partner about this, and then you can find ways to work in between it. Like, it just makes sense. So, like, to anyone asking the question, whether you're a guy or a girl, that do I need a partner right now, or do I want to be in a relationship right now? Like, you have to ask yourself, do I fully understand who I am? Have I really done the things I want to say that I want to do? Like, you have to ask yourself those questions first. And if you don't know the answer to those questions, then you probably shouldn't be in a relationship, just to save yourself from the headache and to save them from the headache too. That's it for the video, man. Like, subscribe, like the video, share with anyone. I'm trying to build a community here. I want us to be, connected, clicking that, all that stuff. So thank you so much for being here, man. Take care. Love y'all, man. Peace.